Hey guys! So, today's video is going to be I have seen quite a few people kinky sweat, and I'm not sure. I've seen a couple other people do it that I don't fully remember their names, so I'm not going to. I can't say them, but I'm not the one that came up with this idea, obviously, so just disclaimer, throwing that out there. But Kinky Sweat is the person that kind of inspired me to want to do it this way. And I took a poll on Instagram asking you guys if I should do, well, first of all, make one of these videos because I've seen a lot of sensitivity on the internet, which rightfully so, on people who are kind of not okay with the whole makeup world and everything with what's going on in the real world. And, you know, me personally, makeup is like the thing that makes me happy. It's my escape. It's what gets me out of that mindset of all the stuff that's going on. And so I know that there's also quite a few people out there that feel the same way as me. So, or initially I made a post on Instagram, and then a few people came forward saying that I should go ahead and make this video because, you know, I really wanted to. So, that was a very, very long intro, but here we are. Today's video is going to be me or my Sephora recommendations, but I'm going to be putting them on and kind of showing you guys. And I have quite a few products out here, and once again, my collection is very condensed down to stuff that I love, and most of it you can get at Sephora, but a lot of it you can't. So the stuff that I have here is stuff that you can get at Sephora and stuff that I use all the time and highly recommend. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and get started. I don't know where to... Where's my... Okay, I have two primers, but one of them I don't... Oh, there it is. It's hidden because it's a little baby. So this is the new... I think it's new. The YSL Touche Clot. I think that's how you say it. Touche Clat. Anyways, it's the one with the silver flecks. And then also my absolute favorite, which is the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. I think I recommended this in last year's video, but yeah, that one. I think I'm going to go ahead. I kind of want to put this. This one's more of a, let me see if I can get some on so you guys can see. It looks like jelly, but it's more of like a, it's like a, once you blend it between your fingers, it's kind of like, if anybody has used the Touch in Sol No Problem Primer, that's what this feels like. It has that very slippy silicone feeling, but I love it. And spoiler alert, I already ordered it. I've made 2 purchases through the sale. Probably going to end up making a third, but this is one of the items that I purchased full size. And then, so I'm using that on this area, and then I'm going to go in with the Hourglass Mineral Veil on the perimeter of my face. What? Sorry if he's disruptive.
I'm thinking about funny stuff as you're doing it.
Okay.
Like as you're doing it, I'm thinking of like a parody version. Every word that you say, like, so I'm making the parody as you're making the real one.
Oh, we should do one of those videos. Oh, my ear's ringing. We should do one of those videos, babe, where I sit here while I'm doing my makeup, and then I don't talk throughout it, and then you go over and you do like a voice. Well, you're
a dub.
Yeah, basically like husband does my voiceover, and
looks like clear paint.
You can talk throughout it. Okay, so this is you can't get this at Sephora. This is the Juno & Co Cloud Sponge, but I really like it. So 2 of my favorite foundations are, I have quite a few foundations that you can get at Sephora that are my favorite. I love the Hourglass Vanish Stick, the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. But these 2 are 2 of my favorites that I use. Like, I alternate between these 2 all the time. The NARS... what is this? The Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. Once again, nothing new. I'm in the shade Santa Fe. And the NARS Sheer Glow. And this is, once again, in the shade. It's medium to Santa Fe. and I love both of these. I'm going to go ahead and use this one just because I have used this one in a video prior. The video where I did the pink, the Kylie and Balmain palette, I did demo this in there, so if y'all want to see what that looks like. But I love this one because it's a lot more, it's sheer. Oh my god, I just squirted that all down my shirt. No! How did I do it so well on this one, but then it didn't?
You just put that on too. It's brand new.
I don't care about that. Now I'm irritated because it went all down my shirt and my arm. Okay, well, whatever. Anyways, as I was saying, so I'm going to tilt back. This one, to me, still gives good coverage, but it's not going to be as, like, full coverage as the Radiant one. But I've kind of been getting out of, well, I'm going to say this, another foundation I recently figured out that I really, really like, which I'm really late to the game here, is the Fenty, her original foundation, not the hydrating one, but her original foundation. I recently discovered how much I really like that, and honestly, for what it is, it's really not that expensive. But the NARS Sheer Glow is honestly just one of my favorites because I have really gotten out of the whole super full, like last year I recommended the Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation. I don't even have that foundation anymore. Not that there's anything wrong with it. It's just my foundation preference has changed and I've really been getting into more like lightweight, dewy, more like satin matte finish and not so full coverage trying to cover every little thing because I don't like that you're obviously wearing makeup thing and it's also 10:38 at night, so I'm gonna try and film this and then edit it so that I can have it uploaded by tomorrow because like I said, I initially didn't plan on filming one of these because I'd seen so many people have opinions about it, and but since we're gonna have such a long time to shop the sale, then I figure, better a little late than never. So, okay, so that is the NARS Sheer Glow, and that's just one layer. I mean, it's not, you can still see, like, for some reason I have a red spot right there. And up here, I don't know how well, like, because the light will drown it out a little bit, and then next I'm going to go on with the Hourglass Concealer. I really like this, and it's funny because I've seen, like, Babs Beauty doesn't like it, and normally when it comes to makeup, me and her, like, I love everything she recommends, and what doesn't work for her doesn't work for me, and, like, I just really, really trust her recommendations, but she doesn't like this, and I actually really like this. And once again, there's cheaper alternatives, but for what you can get at Sephora, I really, really like this concealer. It's the Hourglass Concealer, and I'm in the shade Sepia. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but and it just has the applicator is kind of like their lip gloss. I'm going to spray this with a little bit of the Lila Bee Aglow Face Mist, and this is another thing that I recommend. I freaking love it. I got a sample of it around this time last year, and I fell in love, and it's, I would definitely repurchase it, and I highly recommend it, but I only recommend it if you are looking for something to make you dewy or kind of do what I do. What I really like doing is using it to help press in powders because my skin's actually been doing pretty well lately as far as it's not dry, it's not oily, it's kind of just normal. But sometimes when I do pack on too much powder, even if I don't pack on that much powder, it can look like super dry. And I find that this right here helps a lot. Because I struggle with the Fenty Beauty powder making my under eyes look dry, but if I spray it with this, Lila B, then we're Gucci. So that's just a small layer, light layer of the Hourglass concealer. So next I'm going to go ahead, and I have really been loving this. This is the Milk Makeup, the bronzer stick in baked. And what I like doing is some people go directly onto their face with it. What I like doing is I have this e.l.f. It's this Jelly Pop brush. You can get this at Ulta. But it's got bristles that are, I don't know if you can tell, but they're a little bit longer than some of the other ones. And I just like kind of coating this on here. Kind of getting like a lot. And just kind of stippling it on. And if you can kind of be generous with it because it blends out super easy. And sometimes if you go a little bit too much, you can blend it out too much and shear it back out until you have to add more. I like to kind of, since I go over everything with powder though, I like to kind of make it look a little bit more intense so that I don't cover it up. I have this little thing here from actually one of the Sephora kits. There's a Sephora kit. It comes with, oh, I forget what it comes, what does it come with? A little mini of the Boom Boom Cream, an Amika spray. It's a Sephora kit I ordered. It's on my Instagram actually, but I don't remember what it's called. But it comes with it comes with a dry shampoo, a texture spray, the rose body oil, something, I forget what it's called. And but I recommend that kit. I don't remember why I was talking about that kit, but oh, this little diamond thing came in it. So I don't know how, like, that looks to me. That looks really harsh on camera, but like I said, you can blend it out and work it out. The only reason that I like to put this much on is because I go over it with powder, and y'all will see as everything kind of comes together that it ends up, you know, whatever. But like I said, you can use a sponge, you can go directly on your face, and I've found that if you take it directly on your face and then go in with a sponge, you get the most natural looking finish. But that's just me personally, but love this, and this thing's gonna last you forever. So highly recommend that. And I guess I'm gonna go ahead and go in with powder. I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eyes, and one of my favorite, I've already been through a full jar of this, of my favorite under eye. I like this for my under eyes the best, like for baking. Because as I said earlier, I struggle with drier under eyes when it comes to this. I didn't used to, but over time I kind of built up. And this is the Too Faced Peach Perfect Powder, and I used this on my wedding to set my under eyes, and it doesn't ever make you look dry or anything like that, and it really just helps set everything in place. Not to mention it smells amazing, but if you don't like strongly scented things, then I wouldn't recommend it because it smells like peaches. Really, really strong peaches, but I don't mind it. I think it smells good. But I don't know how well you can see the difference, but I don't know. I think it's great. And you can just like really press it in, and it just like instantly mattifies, but it doesn't make you look dry or powdery or cakey. So it's great. If I do set my whole face with it though, I like to go in with like a big fluffy brush and just dip a little bit in and then dust off the excess. Oh, and I think they actually came out with more shades. This is just the translucent, the peach translucent. It's not one of the colored ones or anything like that. Okay, and then my absolute favorite loose powder to use for setting all over the face is my Hourglass Veil. There's a lot of Hourglass in here. I'm just gonna warn you guys. It is one of my favorite, like one of my top, along with like NARS. I just love their products, which is funny because I don't really have anything in here by NARS, but a lot of my favorite NARS products are like limited edition, so I can't really, well, the face stuff I guess I recommended. Oh, I love the NARS Radiant and Creamy Concealer too. I just don't have it right now. But this is the Veil Powder, and I love taking this, and I actually did use this in my last makeup video, and I love pressing this in because it, once again, just like the Peach Perfect Powder, it is so lightweight and does not make your skin look dry or cakey at all, and you can really just get away with using a little bit. And so these are two of my absolute, I have so many loose powders, and but probably my two favorites. I really like the Juno and Co ones too. The Kylie powders are, I don't know, I have a powder problem. I like powders. But the Hourglass one is definitely up there where the Peach Perfect one is. It's a repurchase type of item for me, which I have not run into an Hourglass product that I don't like, except for, I will say, I'm not the biggest fan of their lip glosses, just for the simple fact that whatever, like, the taste of them, whatever is in them, gets, like, in my mouth, and somehow, no matter how little I put on, and it, like, makes me gag. They're beautiful lip glosses, but that's the only problem that I have. So, but yeah, it doesn't take much to blend out, and then voila, we're done. Okay, and then next what I'm going to do is, I guess I'm going to go ahead and bronze, and this is the Hourglass Luminous Bronze Light Bronzer. I think I'm getting a little bit of a dip. I use this all the time, and I don't understand, like, it's not going anywhere. I guess it's because you don't really need much, but this is one of my absolute favorite bronzers, and I think I may have recommended this last April. I don't remember, but you literally do not need a lot, but it's so pretty and natural, especially in the sun, because it's not matte by any means. It does have a sheen to it, and so I love when a lot of times I don't really feel like doing a full face of makeup, but when I, am trying to get out the door, I'll throw the NARS Sheer Glow foundation on and a little bit of this, and it's like, you don't need highlighter or anything. So it's really nice. And I will bring it across my nose. I hate how harsh this line looks on camera, because I don't know if, like, when I get, like, really far back, but it doesn't really look like that in person. And I know there's sometimes I see on camera where someone's makeup looks extremely harsh, and I'm like, whoa. And then they're like, it doesn't look like this in person. I'm like, I can totally relate to that. So yeah, once again, I'll go ahead and show you guys. I'll swatch it. I'm not sure if you can see the sheen that's in there. So it's, like I said, it's by no means a matte bronzer. I really like I love NARS Laguna. That's one of my top favorite bronzers. I like the Marc Jacobs one, but I find that, like, with that one, I kind of have to, like, build and build and build, and then sometimes it can look a little bit too cool toned for my liking. But this is the bronzer that I reach for the most. And then the blush, all I have is I have it in this palette. I gave the full size to my mom because I didn't need to have a single and in a palette. But I'm not a blush person, so I don't even I have a couple of Kylie and, like, a Benefit, but other than that, I don't really have blush. But my favorite blush is the Hourglass, what is it, Euphoric Fusion. Yes, that's what it is. It looks like this. You can buy it as a single, but it's just one of my top favorite blushes. I think I may have even recommended this last year. So, but once again, these are by no means matte. They do give a sheen, and I have found that a lot of times when I wear these products, I don't have to wear a highlight if I don't want to, because they have just the most gorgeous glow. And so I love bringing it. I love it to look like kind of pink and burnt, if that makes sense, across here. So, but yeah, let me see if I can show you guys. It doesn't really look anything on your finger like it does in the pan. It's a lot more like a pink mauve color, but it's really beautiful. It's been one of my favorite blushes for almost 2 years now. And so yeah, I really like it. Okay, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and spray my face, and then this is a powder. This is expensive, so if you're going to get it, you might as well go ahead and get it on sale. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. This is my second one, and I love this powder very much. Mine is in the shade Medium 2, and this is so great for if you want to kind of buff all your products together. If you want to just put a little bit of powder over your face with nothing else on, just to kind of even out your skin tone, it's really good. And then the lighter shade would be good for if you're more of a medium, like a light medium skin tone, to go ahead and like use under the eyes. I just like this one because I feel like I can do a light dusting of it and it kind of blends everything together. So what I'm going to do is I have quite a few setting sprays to recommend. One of them is the Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist. It took me forever to get on this bandwagon, I guess because I thought that like it wasn't going to be worth it. First of all, the smell of this, the moisturizer, the sleeping mask, and this I highly recommend. I love, but only if you like the smell of watermelon. Because if you don't, it smells like fake watermelon candy, like Jolly Ranchers. Watermelon Jolly Ranchers is what this smells like. I love this product. Definitely would repurchase. Will repurchase. And something that's on my list to grab, probably I'm going to grab it during the sale, is their new toner that they just released. I didn't even know that was coming out, but I'm really interested in that. So now that I've sprayed that down, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this Hourglass brush, and I'm just going to kind of go like this. I'm going to lightly dust all over, just to kind of mute things down. Okay, now we are going to go ahead and go into eyes. I think I want to go into eyes. Yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and go into eyes. So okay. So I'm going to recommend a couple higher end ones, and then I'm going to recommend a more affordable one. So last year I recommended the Viseart Grand Pro 1 palette, and I think I recommended their glitter one. I ended up gifting the glitter one to my mom because I just wasn't using it as much as I thought I would. But I still highly recommend the matte one. It is perfect for those people that have a day job where they can't, really have a lot of color, or they got to stay more neutral. You can create a ton of different looks. And also if you have any of their Theory palettes, or even if you have, they have a Grand Pro 3, which has rainbows. All of these are magnetic, so you can pop them out, and even if you wanted to travel and put them in a smaller magnetic palette. So I'm not going to be using this today, but I did want to throw this out here that is still one of my top, Viseart is still one of my top brands. Their matte shadows are just perfection. But what I want to do is these two palettes right here. This is the Natasha Denona Biba palette. This is actually what I wore on my wedding day. And then we have the Natasha Denona Metropolis palette. This palette right here is bomb because you have so many different looks that you can create. And then this one is more for your everyday neutral person. I lean more towards this one just because it's easier for me to look at and be like, okay, I know what I want to do. Whenever I on my wedding day when I woke up, I knew for a fact that I wanted this palette to use on my wedding day. And when I look at it, I don't feel overwhelmed. I don't feel like I'm, you know, looking at a palette full of colors where I'm like, I don't know where to start. I don't know what to put in my crease. What am I going to, you know, it's just very easy to look at. Whereas when you look at this one, you're like, okay, there is a ton of colors in there. And do I go for blue? Do I go for gold? Do I go for green, orange, red? Like, what do I mix together? So this is more for the colorful person, but I've seen some people on Instagram rearrange this palette, which I think is just awesome when people do that. It looks really cool, and I'm kind of typically the type of person where I want to leave things alone and I want to leave them looking the way that they come. But there's some people that have rearranged this to where it looks like it makes more sense to some people. So if you look at this and you're like, those colors, they look crazy, I don't know what to do, look at Instagram and maybe even YouTube to see people's rearranged Metropolis palettes, because it really helps you kind of know what to go for, because these pans are magnetic. They do pop out, so you can interchange and, you know, whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and I don't know, I was going to stay neutral, but my husband told me that I should use this one. So I'm going to go ahead and use this one. And also, last year I recommended this one, which I stand by this one too. This one is still one of my favorites. I love this palette. One of my first videos was using this palette, and I mean, just even like this shade alone is one of my favorite shades. So yeah, this is the Natasha Denona Gold palette. So if any of y'all were wondering, but so I like her minis. They perform just fine to me. So, and then my next recommendation is, this is going to be a little bit more towards, you know, people that don't want to drop that much money on an eyeshadow palette, which I totally understand. I'm very blessed, and my friend Amy in Scotland bought this for me for Christmas and my birthday. So, but this one's new. I actually have a video up on this. This is the Artist Couture Supreme Nudes palette. And this right here is just, it's really good for, once again, the everyday basic person. And being basic is not bad. I'm basic. I say I'm basic all the time. Sometimes I look at my eyeshadows and I'm like, why the heck do I have all of these? Because you stick to the same colors all the time. I'm pretty positive that a lot of y'all can agree that that's kind of just what we do. There's some people out there who are just more creative when it comes to color, and I'm this person. I'm this person when it comes to my house, like my home decor. Like, this is just me, but I love glitter and hot pink and everything else at the same time, so it's kind of a mix. But typically when I sit down to do my makeup, this is the type of thing that I pull for. And I do have a video on this with swatches, so if you guys want to go see. But this palette is, I think it's $40, and honestly the pan sizes are big, and there's little to no fallout. They blended perfectly. The shimmers are out of this world. I prefer to use my finger, and I mentioned that in my video on this palette that I like to use my finger, but that's with any type of shimmer, glitter, whatever. I prefer pack it with my finger. I feel it's easier, and you get more of a targeted area of where you want to go, whereas with the brush, sometimes it falls off. It doesn't pack on as properly, so once again, that's just personal preference. But yeah, this palette is absolutely beautiful, and I'm obsessed with Artist Couture. I love their brand. I love Mac Daddy, and he's the cutest, sweetest person, and so I definitely had to give this palette a shout. So, okay, so moving on, I guess we're going to go ahead and do something with this. These blues, I will say, are very, 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 like, I'm not going to use them today because I just don't feel like trying to get that off. But they are super pigmented. And I love it because this formula is like the kind of cream to powder type formula, and I love that. I feel that the pigment is a lot stronger, and also I feel like they're a lot easier to work with as far as, you know, compared to a normal powder, because I feel like it packs it on the brush a little bit better. and then you're not like sitting there having to go back over and whatever. So I really, really like this formula, and I think that's why I like these palettes so much. Some of my brushes are dirty. It's just the way that it is. Most of them are clean, as you can see, but so I'm going to go ahead. I just use like Morphe, Luxie, BH Cosmetic brushes, so I do have the Mario and Sephora brushes, but I don't know if that's still being sold, so I don't want to mention those. But I think I'm going to go ahead and go into this shade right here, just to kind of get... So I would love to know what you guys, if you're shopping the sale, if you're not shopping the sale, what you guys are looking at, what interests you, did you pick anything up? I would love to know what y'all are picking up because it just entertains me. So, and then I'm going to go ahead and go into, I think I'm going to go into this shade right here. Or it would, if you're holding the palette this way, it's going to be this one right here. I would be doing something more dramatic, but the simple fact that I'm going to take this off and it's super late. I sat down to film this video at like 8 o'clock and realized my camera battery was dead. Okay, I'm going to take this brush. Oh, that first brush I used was a Morphe R35. Second brush I just used was a Jeffree Star JS5. Shout out Kelsey for sending that to me. And now I'm going to go in with a Luxie 231 small tapered blending brush. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this bottom corner shade right here. It's just a little bit darker. And I'm going to kind of just pack this on to deepen up the corner just a little bit. Okay, so have any of y'all tried bling brushes? Because I keep wanting to order some and then I get scared that they're like not gonna be worth it. As far as like the rhinestones possibly falling off and like the actual quality of the brushes. But I'm really interested, and I'm kind of very plain Jane when it comes to this stuff. Because I don't want, like, I feel like the rhinestones would be annoying in my hand. I don't know if, like, anyone else feels that way, but I keep seeing them, and they're so freaking pretty, and I have more than enough brushes, but, like, anyways, just off topic, I would just like to know. Okay, I'm going to take this same brush, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this same shade right here, and I don't know why I did that. There's no fallout on these shades. I'm just going to kind of run this underneath here and very, very sloppily because I don't care. And I like to have a very smoked out lower lash line. So how is everyone holding up? I feel bad for my son. He's been locked in the house for like 2 months now and he's going a bit crazy. So I'm ready for everything to go back to normal and I want to take him to the Dallas Aquarium and to the zoo. And I think he would have an absolute blast because he's 2.5 now, so he's actually old enough to like appreciate those things, and he loves animals. He calls them his babies. And so yeah, and also your girl wants to go to Six Flags so bad. I've got a couple people that I can go with. My husband's not a roller coaster person, and so I have a friend I'm gonna go with, and then so I'm really excited about that because I texted her and I was like, when all this stuff goes back to normal, I said we need to go to Six Flags, and she was like, I'm down. So I'm really excited about that. So now here comes the tough part, because all of these are so, like, I just want to show you guys some of these, like how pretty they are. Let's do, like, look at that. This blue is my favorite. I think I kind of want, oh, but this one's really pretty too. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I kind of really, but this shade's pretty too. Okay. I think what I'm going to do, actually, what about this one? That one's pretty. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this shade right here, and then I'm going to tap this in the center to lighten it up. So let's just see how this goes. It's a lot more bronze than I anticipated, but I really wanted to do something. I'm gonna have to do another separate video because I want to do like a really dramatic blue. I did a while ago film a video and then I deleted it because it was stupid. But the look I had done for that video was like a lot of these blues and greens, and I was obsessed with that look. And then it just went to waste because like the video was bad, and then I got pissed off because the video was bad, and I spent like 3 hours doing it, and it was just, yeah. So now I'm taking that light shade, and I'm going to tap that right in the center, like so. And I love how the size of this palette, like, I can hold it in my hand, and it doesn't take up a lot of space, so that's great. Okay. Also, something else that I wanted to recommend was these. Oh my gosh, I wore this last weekend. This is the Hourglass Scattered Light Eyeshadow in Smoke. Guys, these are the softest, prettiest, like, look at that. Look at that. Excuse the blue stain on my finger. Like I said, those blue shades stain. But that is absolutely beautiful. I wore it last weekend, and I kept staring at my, like, every time I'd, like, go into the bathroom or something and I'd see the mirror, it was like, what is on my eyes? And then I'd remember it was this. So I highly recommend these if you want a little bit something more simple. Also, the Marc Jacobs Single Omega Gel Eyeshadow Hybrid Thingies. Those with these. Just get you one of each, and you'll be set. So I'm going to go ahead and put this away. But yes, highly recommend this palette. I love it very much. Once again, I love the size of it. And it does have a mirror and then the flap with the names on it. And you can take this out if you don't like that. But I don't mind it. So there's that. Now, what I need to do is I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows off camera because I'm just using Kylie products and you can't buy those at Sephora. So I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows off camera and then I'll be back. Okay, I'm back and brows are on. They're a little bit bolder than I had anticipated, but it is what it is. So, next, what I guess we'll go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and finish off with my eyes because I feel like I look really weird right now. I love the Milk Makeup long wear gel eyeliners. I have the black one, which is in the shade Boss, and then I have the nude one, which is in the shade BCC, and these are just... they're amazing. I love the nude one to give my eyes a little bit of brightness when I don't want to wear full-blown eye makeup, but that's kind of what the nude one looks like. And these last, once again, forever. And so and it's a mechanical one, so you don't got to worry about sharpening it. I hate that. Okay. That took me way too long to do. See, this is a makeup wipe, and I'm sitting here like I'm having to press to get this off my hand. So you can imagine with how hard I'm having to scrub to get that off the back of my hand, how well it stays on the waterline and even the upper lash line. So now that we've done that, I have a couple mascaras. This one, I'm pretty positive I recommended before. Don't quote me on that, but this is the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara. Once again, I'm not like a high-end mascara. Like, I'm not that bougie. Like, oh, I have to have a high-end mascara. I will say, though, the Hourglass mascara, for a mascara, that mascara is really, really good. Like, it exceeded my expectations. It was definitely one I liked to layer, but it was what I liked to put down first because it would fan your lashes out and give your lashes like the prettiest coating before you went in with, you know, a more maybe thicker mascara. But I do really like this one. And they do sell minis, so if you don't want to spend full price, you do want to try it, go ahead and grab yourself a mini. This one is a little bit more wet and more of a thicker formula, and once again, like, it's got a fatter brush. And I have found that I typically don't need to dip back into the tube because the first round you get enough, sometimes a little bit more than enough, on the brush. And then this one I recently got as a sample. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Lashes Volume 2. This kind of reminds me of the Perversion one. Like, if you see with the wand, this one's a little bit longer, but I actually kind of have really been digging this mascara. And I really like clumpy, thick eyelashes. So these more fatter brushes, I know some people don't like their lashes to, you know, I don't like spider leg looking lashes. That freaks me out. But like thicker, clumpier. Like, I don't know if anybody's gonna remember what I'm talking about, but way back when Hilary Duff was like, you know, the thing, she had an album cover. Oh, I had the album, but I'm not gonna remember for the life of me what it was called. Was it the one where she had the song Metamorphosis on it? There was like a deluxe edition of that CD where it had just her eyes as the cover, and I always loved the way her eyelashes looked. And so every time, like, I think about my eyelashes and what I like in a mascara and how to make them look, I always think about that pictures of Hilary Duff's eyes on her album cover and how much I always loved the way her eye makeup looked. Once again, you can Google that just in case you don't know what I'm talking about. But if anybody does, shout out to you, because that was a long time ago. Okay, now that we have, I also kind of don't mind if like black gets like up under my lashes because my lower lashes are kind of long, so it always ends up not transferring down here, but more so kind of like right underneath the lash line. It kind of looks like I went a little bit crazy with eyeliner, but I don't mind that. I kind of look more like grungy black liner look. Once again, personal preference. Okay, so now I guess we will go ahead, and highlighters are kind of the biggest thing for me. So I have quite a few right here. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and use this one. I've really, really been loving this, especially for natural days when I do very light makeup. This is the Lila Bee Be Enchanting little pebble. I don't know if they sell the mini size on Sephora. I got this off of the Lila Bee website, but I do know they have bigger sizes. I don't know. You would just have to check. but this is what it looks like. And now this is by no means a You're Gonna Shine from Space highlighter. It is more of a natural type of highlighter, but when I tell you, you just dab it on here and it gives the prettiest glow. I have been obsessed with it. And it blends really easy over powder, under powder, like if you just do creams and just liquids. And it doesn't like crease up and come off, and it just looks extremely natural, and I really like it. And I kind of want to purchase a big one because I know I'm my fingers digging and it's gonna be hitting the bottom of that soon. So, but yeah, I highly recommend this product. I really love Lila B's brand. Like I said, the Aglow Face Mist is like my favorite for dewy makeup, especially in the summer. It's one of my favorites for summer. But also, if you don't want to spend all the money up front, just to let you guys know, Lila B's website has Afterpay, so that might help you out. And then I know sometimes they do like 20% off coupons, or like they'll send you a 10 or 15% off for signing up for the emails, stuff like that. So in a way, you still can get their products with a sale without buying them on Sephora. So now I just love highlighters. Face products in general. Face products are my thing. So this is the Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder in Gold Digger. I used this also in my video with the Artist Couture palette, and I've used this in other videos too. I did recommend this on Instagram. I really recommend, honestly, like everything by Artist Couture. His lip glosses, these powders, the Diamond Lights finishers for your eyes, the palettes, like everything is good. And I just got one of his lipsticks, but I haven't used it yet, so I can't say anything. But it smells like blue raspberry candy. It smells really, really good. But I'm not going to use this today because I have used this multiple times in videos and on Instagram and stuff. But I do want to recommend his glow powders. They're affordable and they're beautiful, and they will last you forever because you need the tiniest amount. And then next, this is the Fenty Beauty How Many Carats. This is the mini size. You can buy this. I think it's still on the site as a set, where you also get the lip gloss in the shade Fussy. But this is one of my favorite highlighters, and I think I also recommended this last year. But also, I just want to recommend it again because it is absolutely beautiful. It's not glittery, but if you do put it on your face, if you don't use the right brush and stuff, it can kind of flake away. So that is just something to be warned about. Then also, I'm going to always recommend this. This is the Jouer Skinny Dip Highlighter. And I know that Sephora has a kit right now. I think it's something called like the pool kit or something. I'm not sure what it's called, but it comes with a mini of this. And you also get multiple other products. And so if you don't, I think it's like $39 for that kit. And you get a bunch of really good stuff in there. This highlighter alone, I think, is $24. So if you do want to try out this highlighter in this shade, once again, it's Skinny Dip, you can buy that kit. Get a mini of this plus a bunch of other great stuff. And then, you know, whether you're VIB, which is 20%, or no, Rouge, which is 20%, VIB, which is 15%, and Insider, which is 10%. And all the tiers are going to start at different times. Rouge already started on Friday. I'm a Rouge, so that's why I was able to kind of shop the sale early. I'm not quite sure when the other tiers start, but I do know that there are plenty of people that have voiced that. And also, if you go to Trend Mood's Instagram, she has the dates and stuff. So I will get better at that. But right now, off the top of my head, I do not know. And then I recommended this last year. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. I love this so much. Very, very much. And it just, okay, so I'm going to take this highlighting brush, and I'm just going to even just go in the middle shade, which you don't have to buy this whole palette. They do sell these in individuals, but I love layering this over the Lila B Enchanting, because it doesn't look like some sparkly, glistening metallic highlight, but it gives you this beautiful natural glow. Now, I don't know how natural that looks to you guys through the camera, but to me, like, it in person and especially in the sun, it just looks like you were born with this beautiful glow, and it's amazing. And I will always recommend these powders. And then the last that I'm going to recommend is, this is the Dior Backstage 001 Universal palette. This is so pretty, and I'm going to actually take a little bit of this second champagne shade and just pop a little bit of it right here. And then I'm also going to use it on my inner corner and my Cupid's bow because it's really, really pretty. So is the white shade in here. Let me just show you guys. Look at how beautiful those are. They are so pretty. Now, I'm not going to lie, the pink shade and the brown shade aren't necessarily very much my cup of tea. The pink one would be pretty as like a blush topper. Actually, both of those could be really pretty in the summer, actually, because they're quite different, and I don't feel like you would, because of how pretty these are and the way you can buff them into the skin, I feel like these two down here would be really pretty over like a really natural looking skin tint or BB cream or something. But I'm going to take this little BH Cosmetics number 10 brush, and I'm going to go right into this white shade, and I'm going to just pop that right on the inner corner. My mom bought me this for my birthday, and I was ecstatic. I love these. And then I'm going to just pop some right up there. And then we're going to mix this and this. And pop that right there. A little bit down there. So that is my picks for highlight. Like I said, I could, or you could even venture out to the Milk Makeup highlighter. This is in the shade Lit. This smells really good and is super duper soft. Like, it's the type of highlighter that you could really take a buffing brush and buff it into the skin and make it look like a really, really just natural highlight. Or you take a highlighter brush like I just used, like the Jaclyn Hill highlighter brush, and that sucker looks very intense. Okay, so just a couple more products and then we'll be done. This video is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. But once again, I love talking about makeup and sharing my opinions with you guys, and hopefully you like hearing my opinions. So as far as face sprays go, I already showed you this one. I showed you the Lila B one. This one right here is the Farsali Rose Gold Mist. Now, this is the type where it's got a strong mist, but it smells like oranges. I like this one for spraying on my sponge, and if I'm going to be doing a very, very natural makeup look, I feel that if I use this on top of a very full face of makeup, I feel that it gets kind of tacky, like it feels thick. I don't know if that makes sense, but I love using this on more natural days. And then you've got the Fenty Beauty one, which I actually really like, and this is the one that I'm going to use right now because it is the most fine mist and it leaves your skin looking healthy, glowy, all of the above. And I don't think this is too expensive. You get a lot of product in here, whereas I think, what is this? Is this 30? Because I think this one's 29. And I mean, are these the same? This is 3.4 fluid ounces. This is 2.53. So this one's what, 28 or 29, and this one's 30. So you get more product in here. Both of these are great. Their misters are very, very similar. This one smells like watermelon. This one kind of smells like Tresemme hairspray. If anybody knows what that smells like. So just throwing that out there. But those are 4 setting sprays that I really like. I'm going to go ahead and take this out now because I feel like I don't need it anymore. Okay, and then last for lip products, and then I'll share with you guys a couple more things, and we will be done. So I'm not going to put this on right now because I don't really want to put on lipstick, but this is the Sephora lipstick Lip Stories in Love Love. I've worn this in a couple videos before, and it's one of my favorite colors. It's the type of color I love in a lipstick, and I just want to say it's one of the creamiest formulas. It does not build up all goopy in your lips, and I feel like it wears off very evenly throughout the day. I really, really like this. And they have so many colors, and once again, that little Sephora, I think it's the Sephora Favorites pool set or something, that comes with the mini highlighter in Skinny Dip, comes with a full-size Sephora Lip Stories lipstick. I'm not completely positive what the color is, but it does come with one, so once again, there you go. I think these are $8 on their own, though, so they have tons of colors. And then the last couple lip products I want to recommend are, this is the Too Faced Lip Injections Extreme. This is not for everybody. I love it. It stings, and it's funny because if I let my husband know before, like, we kiss, like, hey, he calls it, like, my burny stuff or my stingy stuff. So I'm like, hey, I've got my burny stuff on. But I love this, and I ordered the shade Strawberry, I believe is what the shade is called. I did order that one, but I love these. I have this one. And I also have the regular one, and this one's kind of going on its way. Even this one, it's got a decent amount missing. So I love these, and that's why I ordered another color. I will always use that lip gloss. Same thing with the Fenty Beauty lip glosses. I have so many of these, and I think the little lip gloss kit is still available, which comes with the confetti shade and the sweet mouth shade. And it comes with Fussy and Pretty Please. I gave a couple shades away that I just wasn't going to use, and I had too much lip gloss. But my absolute favorite, and also they have this clear one now, which I have so many clear lip glosses. My son's knocking on the door now, so now I know it's like getting time to go. But this is the shade Sweet Mouth. Hold on, Kaden. And this one, I don't really know how well it's going to show up on camera, but it's a very, very light sheer baby pink with just the littlest hint of, like, shine in it. And it is my favorite shade because simple pink shades like this. Let me see if I'll swatch it on my hand so that you guys can possibly, I don't know how well it's going to show up, but that's kind of what it looks like. But it looks really pretty over lipstick and liquid lipsticks. And then the last couple things that I want to recommend, I love these. This is the Marc Jacobs liquid highlighters. This one is in the shade Fantasy, and this one is in the Do You. And I love those. You can put those on your body. I love mixing them with primers, mixing them with moisturizers, and just kind of having fun with them because I think they're super pretty. But if you're going to use them just right here, I'm telling you, you need the slightest amount. You do not need some thick amount. Just put a little teeny bit on your hand and either dab your sponge, dab your finger, whatever, and then go on top because they are super metallic. Okay, so they're not everyone's cup of tea, but I really like them. And then obviously, like, this would not be a recommendation video or a love video or anything without me recommending the Boom Boom Cream. This came in one of the Sephora sets that I got, and I keep it on my desk. And then I've got the big daddy size that they come out with around the holidays. I will always recommend this. I will always use this. I will always repurchase this. I love this. It smells so good. And for those of you that haven't seen, that's what the texture looks like. And it's absolutely amazing. I love it. By Sol de Janeiro. So, yeah. Definitely recommend checking that out if you haven't already. And then this is new. This is the Super Goop Glow Screen. Now, I like their Unseen sunscreen, and then I like Drunk Elephant's the white sunscreen, and then I love Volition's SPF 50 sunscreen. But this one is new, and I actually really like it. Hold on, I'll show you guys. Because you could wear this alone or as a primer or under makeup. But look at the glow that it has. And it does not feel like a sunscreen at all. Does not feel like a sunscreen. It feels like a very light moisturizer. And that's what I like, is because I like the smell of sunscreen, typical sunscreens, but a lot of sunscreens I don't like on my face because they're chalky, they're drying, you know, they're thick, whatever. So, but that one, once again, is a super glow screen. So, highly recommend that. And then before my camera shuts off, I will obviously always recommend Drunk Elephant skincare products. I would recommend their whole line. But if you're going to get anything from the line, I highly, highly, highly recommend this moisturizer. I've recommended this. I've recommended Drunk Elephant as a whole a ton of times in the past. But this is the Protini Polypeptide Cream. I love this. This is like my third jar. I've been through multiple minis. It's my favorite daytime moisturizer. Even at night, if I feel like my skin doesn't need that much like a thick moisturizer, this is just perfect. I love wearing this alone in the summer, like, because it just gives your skin like this plump, glossy look. So I love that. And then also my makeup eraser. I'm going to order some more of these, and I'm going to order one for my husband and for him, because he works, like I said, for a welding company, so he always has like a lot of dirt and stuff on his face. These are perfect for anything. Like, they've got the more exfoliating side and then the soft side. And I don't like ever use makeup wipes anymore because I have this, and I love it. And if you haven't tried it, then you definitely should. I use a cleanser with this, so I have just gone straight in and wiped my makeup off with warm water. But I do find that if you use a cleanser, like, I'll take my Good Molecules cleansing balm, I'll go over my face, then I'll use this to remove all of it, and I feel like it gets it better that way. But you can just use this in warm water, which is the way they suggest you use it. But yeah, it's great. I love it. I'm going to order a couple more. One for my shower, another one for me to have, so when I need to wash this one. So, highly recommend this. And then a couple of hair care products. I have really been loving the brand Amika. I'm using their conditioner. I have their shine mask, which is really good. But the one product that I really wanted to recommend was, this is the Amika Soul Food Nourishing Mask. Now, I just have this baby bottle because it came in a kit, once again, that I ordered off of Sephora. But I leave this, I throw my hair, I'll wet my hair after I shampoo it, whatever, and I'll throw my hair forward. I will scrub this all over my hair, and then, like, I'll kind of like wrap my hair up. And then as I'm like shaving my legs or washing my body, whatever, it says to leave on for 5 to 7 minutes. I leave it on, rinse it out. And when I get out, my hair is so, I used this today. It's shiny. It has 0 tangles, which my hair is not thin, but it's fine. And so it tangles really easy. And when I use this, my hair just like feels so soft. It feels so clean. And yeah, so I highly recommend this. And then the Amika, I recommended this last year, the Undone Volume and Matte Texture Spray. I love this very, very much, and it doesn't leave your hair crunchy like hairspray does, and it gives your hair just a little bit of oomph if you feel like you just need to spray something in it to kind of lift it up off your head. So yeah, I think with these last 2 products, I think that is everything, and if there is anything that I forget, I will make sure to list it down below. So check the description box just in case, but I'm pretty positive that I listed everything. So with that being said, that is the end of my video, and if you guys want to stick around and see what I got, then go ahead and click that subscribe button, and don't forget to click that little bell, because whenever I get all my orders in, I definitely will be doing a haul video, and I would love to share with you guys what I get, and I would love for you guys to share with me what you get, what you're picking up, if you're not shopping, you know, whatever. Let's just try to be positive, because right now the last thing we need is a bunch of negativity. It doesn't do you any favors to, you know, say something mean on my video. It doesn't do me any favors to read. So let's just try and keep, you know, everything a positive network so that nobody gets their feelings hurt, because I can retaliate and I don't want to be known as that person. So anyways, if you guys like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you guys didn't like this video, I'm so sorry that I wasted your time. But if you did like this video, don't forget to subscribe, click that little notification bell, and don't forget to go follow me on Instagram. I will have my Instagram down below. I will always have my Instagram down below. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys on my next one. Bye.